Good morning, everyone. It is 9 o'clock in Tucson. It is a glorious Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? What is today? Yeah, Wednesday, the 9th of October, 2024, which means it's time once again for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the Senior Minister at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is, of course, an inclusive and loving spiritual center right in Tucson, Arizona, where we gather together to explore the principles of New Thought. If that's our choice, we're all at choice, so we get to decide. But we offer the principles of New Thought as our teaching tool at Unity of Tucson. And what I have found is that an application of those principles in my life has enhanced the quality of my life. It has allowed me to master spiritual understanding, at least work on mastering it every day, to find personal purpose and to develop a spiritual path. Part of that spiritual path is this mindful moment, which is part of my practice every Monday through Thursday at 9 o'clock right here on these streaming channels. And you'll notice, as if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll know that this week I am not in Tucson and I'm at Unity Village in Missouri. Unity Village is kind of like the hub of many things New Thought. It is the magnificent campus that was developed and built over the years. It was founded by the Fillmores, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, back in the day. Always a delight to be able to spend time in this very sacred and special place. So that's where I am. This is a pre-record today because I am in a session as we have the experience of this, which is the wonderful thing about technology. It allows me to be in two places at once. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. Always a delight to see those comments come through, and I will read them when I am out of my morning session. What I do want to offer, as I do every time I see you, is to say this: you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence with the world. Please do keep doing that. Keep shining your divinity all over. Yeah. It's so funny as I'm noticing, I'm literally sitting in front of a parking lot, but there's the tower at Unity Village, beautiful symbol of the village that is seen from miles and miles away throughout this area. So this morning, some of the insight and inspiration that has been coming through it's all been quite lovely. This morning was particularly powerful. Some of the stuff that's been talked about is peace, poise, and power. We just had a song by a magnificent musician, Ginger Coyle, I think is her last name. Feel bad not remembering her last name. I just remember her first name because we're all on a first name basis here. But she sang of peace, poise, and power. It was inspired by Power Talk this morning, all on peace, poise, and power, and really finding those aspects within ourselves to be present to the world as the divine beings that we are. So that's really what's on my mind this morning is how do we, what is our capacity to express from the point of view of peace, poise, and power, and what does that mean for you? I want to just take a moment to acknowledge the feeling tone around those words: peace, poise, and power. Take a moment just to reflect upon what comes up for you in a feeling way in acknowledging those words. Peace, poise, power. Now take it a step further as we consider those ideas, the ideas and the feeling behind those ideas of peace, poise, and power. Take it a step further into the recognition that those are not things that are derived from outside the self. That what we get to do is we get to demonstrate peace, we get to demonstrate poise, and we get to demonstrate power rooted in our spiritual identity, to be rooted in our God sense of self. What does that mean? How does that feel? To be an expression of peace, an expression of poise, and an expression of power. I like to get myself into the sensation of the feeling tone around it, both the sensational and the physical expression and the physical experience, but also the feeling tone that is more of an inner sensibility, that is the root of the outer expression. Peace, poise, and power. So that's really what I want us to explore today. There's not much really to say about it except from my encouragement to you to go on the journey today of deepening into the sensation of what those things mean for you. What do those things mean for you? Peace, poise, and power. That's what I'm going to be focused on today. I'm going to invite us into the practice of affirmative prayer. So if it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, please feel free to do so. As I often say, I close my eyes as it is an invitation for me to turn my attention to the inner life. And it is the inner life where I am rooted. It is the inner life where I plant the seeds for fulfillment. It is the inner life that I recognize as causative. And everything that flows forth from the inner life, the expression, all of it is the effect. And so, in my desire to change the outer, I trust and know that that begins with an addressing and a changing of that which is within. And so I place my focus within on this understanding that there is only one infinite source. There is only one infinite power and presence. There's only one God source, and God is having a good time today as me, as each and every one of us, for that is God's nature, to express. That is its nature, to flow forth into expression as all that is. And there is nothing that is separate from, for there can be nothing separate from the infinite. There can only be the wholeness. There can only be the light. There can only be the life. There can only be the love of the divine flowing forth into all that is as all that is. So knowing that this is my identity and the identity of each and every one of us, I lay claim in this moment to a greater understanding, an inner sensation and feeling of peace, of poise, of power. And in this acceptance, I trust and know that life is flowing freely, easily, and effortlessly. For yes, that is the nature. I needn't force, for power is not force. Power is a greater understanding of interconnectedness with all that is. I stand firm and resolved in a poised manner in this conviction, in this faith. And I know that allowing the understanding that I am rooted in the sensation of peace, I let my life be a guided expression of peace, guided from this peace and poise within. I choose to be an expression of infinite peace. I choose to let peace inform thought, to inform my relationships, to inform all aspects of my beingness. And from that point of view, I experience and express peace. I become a beacon, a light of peace in this world. And I hold firm that this is so for each and every one of us. I trust and know that we are, each and every one of us, shining that light of peace, the light of love, the light of joy. And so, with gratitude and appreciation overflowing from within, knowing that what I focus on in appreciation grows in my experience, I simply let it be. I relax, I trust, I know, and let it be so. And affirm it by saying, And so it is. Amen. And so it is. Always a delight to share time with you. I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. For the final mindful moment of the week. And on Friday, Reverend Steph and I have been in contact. I am going to be actually in a car when the rant is happening, but we're talking about how we manage and make that work. So 9:30 Pacific time, 11:30 Central is when we do the rant. Keep an eye out because we're planning on having something, even if I'm not live for it. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know. It'll be on these streaming channels. Yeah, make your day magnificent. Go forth, peace, poise, and power prosperously, and allow yourself to enjoy this magnificent day. I love you all. Keep shining your light. Know you are magnificent. It is not because of anything you do. It is simply the core of your being. And I am so grateful that you are enjoying that. All right. Bye, everybody. Be well.